This is exciting. I've just got a package from Viviva and I know what's in it. It's a set of their fall colour sheets. So obviously fall is autumn to you and I love their colour sheets. I just find them such fun to use. I've done a full review of just their basic colour sheets. Oh, let's find them. Look, that's their basic set, and I've used these. I've done a full review of that and I'll put a link. But this is a special edition fall set with special autumn colours. So these are dye-based watercolours and they are incredibly vibrant and transparent, and I'm just going to swatch them out because what I've learnt is what they look like on the sheet is not what they look like in reality. That looks black. It's a gorgeous brick red. So this full set is full of reds and oranges and all the colours you'd expect in autumn. Whoa, look at that orange. In between each leaf you've got some special paper just so they don't stick to each other. Oh, that autumn leaf orange is lovely too. They are dye based, so they're not necessarily going to be incredibly light fast. They're certainly not going to fade overnight either. That's just something to be aware of. The colour is incredibly easy to pick up. Oh, nice brown. It's a very transparent, and they're just so portable and light to use. They're perfect if you're out walking, urban sketching, you know, going to a meeting and getting there early, wanting to do something, travelling on holiday. Whatever it is, they are really useful. They're very versatile. Oh, I love this peacock blue. Let me just move that around and it looks violet, but the moment you put it down, look at that colour, what ink blue is like. Oh yeah, so that's a really nice sort of more purpley blue. And as I flick through, hopefully you've noticed that they put the colours on the edges so it's easy to find the one that you want. There are 16 colours in here. These are new or different compared to the other ones, these sort of pastel colours. Because it's so easy to pick up the colour, you really don't need a lot of water on your brush. And at the back, they've got this special mixing palette, so you can fold it out so that you can use it while you're flicking through if you want to. You can put the colour on here, mix it to whatever you want and use it, and then because there's a special coating on there, you just wipe it off and it comes straight off and it's clean. I need to come up with something that is going to put them through their paces and you can see just what fun they are to paint with. Just while my brain is thinking about something really autumnal to do, you might be interested in Viviva as a company. It was founded by two brothers who wanted to put the joy and fun back into painting. Products are biodegradable, they are vegan, and they're handmade in, I'm going to say, Nashik off the top of my head. Nashik, which is a place in India, and that creates meaningful, dignified jobs for local women in Nashik. I like their ethos, and I love their products and the packaging of them. A6 travel set, and I'll just grab the sketchbook out of here. The paper in this book is really nice. It's £120. I mean, it is tiny. I usually don't work this small. I've just stuck a bit of tape around the edge so I've got a clean border when I take it off. And I'm going to do a couple of sort of birch trees, I reckon. A little guidance in. Just going to have a trunk, maybe one a bit more of an angle, sort of earth here, and a few sort of darker trees there, so I might need a little rigger brush like that. Well, this is going to be a good opportunity to use all these gorgeous, beautiful oranges and reds. Let's drop some of that in there. Just let it all mix on the paper. Really like that brick red. Might be easier if I wet the paper first and then let the paint run, I think. That was that autumn leaf colour. I'll have some orange back here. A bit more of that brick red I really like. And then this can spread. Look at this lovely feathering here. What other colours might there be? Ooh, fire. There'll probably still be green, won't there? Let's go for early autumn. That light green. Just put a bit in. Have some grass or something at the front. I'm just using that pastel orange. Just splatter into the wet so that we get some really nice effects. Let's sprinkle in just ordinary table salt and see what that does. Might have a quick cup of tea while it's drying and then come back, work into these shapes. That's all dry. Let's get rid of the salt. We'll go in behind the trunks of the trees and put in a little dark to give a bit of depth. See how by painting behind you can just give the impression of something else going on. I'm just creating like a little branch or something there. Put some more grassy shapes in the foreground and then some more of those gorgeous red colours to sort of strengthen. Maybe I'll use a little flat brush here. And then maybe a few more little trees. Just coming, poking up through. Some of those sort of markings that you get on the trunks. Just use our little rigger brush there. Maybe a little bit of shadow or something, just so they're not quite so stark. Grab a little bit of green just to bring that foreground forward. A couple of splatters. Give that a little dry. Carefully take our paper off. Oh, bother, that had seeped under. That's annoying. Well, because it's seeped under, let me grab and just extend. Maybe put in another tree or something just to extend it. So I hope to get a nice little white frame round there, but 'twas not to be. And there you go, there's our little autumn scene done with a full set from Viviva. I would leave them on the side like that so that they can just dry out. But if you do need to put them away wet, don't worry, because they've got these little protective sheets. So if you fancy grabbing yourself a set of these full colour sheets, I'd do it quickly because I think they've actually sold out over the last couple of years. Grab those and you can enjoy all those beautiful oranges and reds and browns, all the colours of autumn. If you use the discount code Liz10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off too, which will help.